Hey y'all, it's your girls Fire
and TG,
and together we're Awazi.
Catch us every Thursday. Yeah, you heard that correctly.
Thursday,
3:30 to 5 p.m. on 104.7 EBC FM.
Come for the good music and stay for the spicy topics. Awazi, let's spice it up.
Hey, welcome to the Awazi Show. This is a new series in partnership with the Gates Foundation and Africa No Filter through their Storify Africa grant. Once a month, we'll highlight local stories regarding youth empowerment, maternal and child health, women empowerment, and financial inclusion. For this episode, we're exploring technology as a tool for youth empowerment.
What it do, what it do, what it do?
Good Lord.
How you guys doing? Welcome to the Awazi Show here on EBC 104.7. TGIT.
It's almost the weekend. It's the pre-kend, as we like to call it on
It's the
show.
weekend for me.
Is it? I mean, yeah, we don't work
Thursdays
tomorrow,
are in the way of my weekend, so it's the weekend for me.
But I still feel like we're rubbing it in.
Kinda,
And
right?
I don't want to do that to people, so it's the pre-kend.
Hey guys, how you guys doing? It's been a while. It feels like it's been a while.
It's been a week, exactly, to the day since we did.
But doesn't some weeks feel longer than others?
I think today was a long day just in general, but we got a lot done. Very productive day. We do have guests in the studio. I know that we're talking like they don't exist, but
No, guys, we have two guests in the studio today.
True. Just to give you guys a general idea of why we decided to have them on the show. We're going to be doing a series of projects once a month for the next 4 months. And in each one, we want to focus on a specific topic that we care about and highlight specific stories. For this one, we're actually focusing on tech innovation overall and how it could be used in a way to empower youth and create entrepreneurship opportunities as well. We're going to be talking about how Ethiopia overall feels about the situation, what kind of structures are in place to support that, what government policies, on paper at least.
And how we've seen an increase, especially like post-COVID. We've seen much more
such a huge rise in even people that use internet.
The way people use internet, how it's changed the entire scope of how we run the country.
And why it's important to give us back said internet.
And we wanted to have these two individuals here today just to talk about youth empowerment and how that goes hand in hand with the rise in technology in Ethiopia currently.
Amen to that. That being said, we're going to let our guests introduce themselves.
You want to go first? I'll go first. Yo, what it do, my people? It's your boy, Yapsara Meba, the co-founder and the CEO of Bondazone and the general manager of Wagisha.com. And I want to give a special shout out to Awazi Media for inviting us here. You know what I mean? It's a pleasure to be here.
Oh, it's nice to have you.
Nice to have you guys.
Yeah.
And thank you for the warm introduction. My name is Nathaniel, and I am the CEO and co-founder of Wagisha.
It's nice to have two co-CEOs,
Yeah, we don't run across that often, like us.
Yeah, we special. We special.
Very special.
I guess.
Calm down. But it's great to have you guys here. We're going to go for one track.
Yes, ma'am.
And we're not going to give you guys a lot of music later on, but we are going to give you guys one track to collect yourself, because now you want to find out what Bondazone is. Now you want to find out what Wagisha is. They have an entire story behind them, which I've been looking through your websites for the last 2 days being like, interesting.
Yeah. I like that.
Actually, I've been doing that.
Yeah, I told Howie about it. She was like, I can do what in my house? She's like, interesting.
Because I don't want to get into it now, but I find what you guys do very fascinating.
Because we don't like to leave our house. Like,
at all.
It has to be like it has to be
What?
like the worst of circumstances. So we're going to be talking about these two websites that these guys have created. Make sure to stay tuned, and we'll be right back. If you guys are tuned in, want to hit us up, please make sure to do so on our Telegram. It's at Awazi Media. AWAZEMEDIA.
Let's get to Fashion Killer.
Ooh.
And then we'll be back with more here on the Awaze Show. Let's get it.
We got the music, we got the vibes, and we got the spicy topics. Awaze.
ASAP Rocky, welcome
Who
back.
knew that they'd end up where they ended up?
See, that's manifestation at
I
its
love that
finest.
for them.
I'm mad at him. I'm happy for him. Welcome back,
Jinxies.
as usual, to the Awaze Show here on ABC 104.7. As we said, we have special guests, and we have a lot to talk about, y'all.
It's a lot that needs to be discussed. So before the musical break, if you guys didn't tune in, we introduced our guests. We let you guys know just the names of the projects that they were working on. So now let's dive a little bit deeper into it. So I want you guys to tell them just the basic ideas based on how much time we have. But the basic ideas of why you created each one of these websites and how you came up with the ideas as well. So let's start with Bondazo.
Okay, thank you, TG. So how we started this site was I was actually frustrated with going to the marketplaces and just trying to find the perfect things. You know what I mean? Like you can find in thrift shops the best thing ever for a really cheap price. And I'm so interested in that. Actually, a lot of people are interested in that type of things because
clothes are expensive now.
Yeah, they are. Like they
Also,
cost a fortune.
It's bad for the economy. Fast fashion is terrible.
Very.
The inflation right now.
It's
worse.
Yeah.
You get one pair of new clothes a year.
That's it. Like that's it. So with that in mind,
That was totally different. It might be 2 years.
It might be 2 years.
That's real.
I mean, ladies, you could get your things for a cheap price, even when it's in a proper market.
Right.
But in a thrift shops, in a thrift market, you're gonna get a whole lot more
quality.
You know what I'm saying? So the thing is, I was interested in the thrift market, so I had to study the market. I went there, I saw some people shopping, and I just started surveying them. So I was like, if I created a platform where you can get the same product brought to you at home, would you be interested in that platform?
Absolutely.
So they were like, yeah, we really don't want to be coming here to get whatever we want. So I was like, okay. And then we had a project. The first project we ever did was like a school management system. So the first project we ever made, we had to go to Saula, and it's a place called around Gamogofa.
Yeah, that's okay.
So we went there. So we did a college management system.
That's
dope. So when we had some money, we were like, yo, why not invest it on our ideas and just see where it goes? So we went to some places, saw some really nice marketplaces, and then we bought some things for the startup because we wanted to give out some of the clothes for free for marketing strategies and stuff.
Right.
So we went out there, we bought some clothes, so we put them up, we washed them first, we washed them,
made them nice,
you know what I mean, like lose the christening stuff. So after that, we took a nice picture, we uploaded it, and it was nice. Then right after that, we had right after we launched Bondazone, we had actually about 40% return on investment.
Okay.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
And on top of that, it's not only a thrift store, but a consignment store too. So which means anybody want to get rid of their unwanted clothes or clothes they don't use anymore, they can
clothes
just take
that
a picture.
don't fit.
Yeah.
It might be because of many reasons. It's because you don't like
if you're
it
cleaning
or
out your closet.
love it anymore. Because if you can imagine you close it for a second, there's a lot of clothes in your clothes that you don't wear anymore.
Yeah,
that's true.
On a daily basis,
It's because maybe it doesn't fit you anymore, or you don't like
it's
it
not
anymore.
your style anymore. Yeah, there's a bunch of reasons.
You just can take a picture of it and send it to us. We can sell it for you.
That's
and
nice.
send you the money.
Oh,
and you can be a market
How is like I'm
affiliate as
selling
well.
everything.
I'm telling you, this is such a great idea. You're doing the work, and then the incentive is I still get money. I don't have to leave my house.
Yes.
Thank you. And you can also be a market affiliate. And how you do that is you can register yourself as a market affiliate, and when you bring someone that want to thrift on our site, you're gonna get a 10% commission.
Okay.
So you can really make money out of doing nothing really.
Or you can choose to get another thrift clothes from the website with the money you make.
Yeah,
The clothes.
you can just take your discount and buy other thrifted clothes. That's very smart. I like the way you guys.
to my ears. This is so good.
I can see you guys thought it out. What about Wagisha? Because Wagisha also offers a lot of
Yeah,
services.
this is interesting one.
It's like this one is mine.
This one's good. Yeah.
So Agesa is an on-demand in-home healthcare and beauty service provider technology company. So what we do is we provide a lot of healthcare and beauty services in our client homes, office, or hotel rooms. So the service we provide include in-home doctor visit, physical therapy, in-home massage, nursing care. We can mention this from the healthcare category, and from the beauty category we also have a beauty category. So we provide professional in-home haircuts.
There's a lot of grooming.
Manicure, pedicure, facial.
And this kind of services. So
how long has it been active, this particular app?
So we was working on the app for the last maybe 12-13 months. The idea came before. Just we have an amazing
So
story.
yeah, we do have to talk about why.
I'm gonna tell you
yeah.
the story. So the story goes, he come up with it actually. So
Okay, so it's your story.
So yeah, let me tell you a story. Yeah? How I came up with Wagisha. So the thing is, my auntie was hospitalized and she had to go into surgery. She had a kidney stone to remove. So she was going there. She had a blood pressure. She was going through a lot of stress, and she couldn't go through the surgery when her blood was up.
Yeah.
So I was thinking maybe we could get her a massage just so that she could relax and just go through the surgery. And I was looking up for places that do the services where we are, because we cannot take her out of the hospital.
Transportation and stuff, especially
So-
those times, yeah.
So I was thinking, like, I was calling Afalagi and I was looking up for sites on Google, but I couldn't find none.
Yeah.
surprisingly,
And then it just dawned on me. I was like, yo, I am a professional IT. I can make this happen. I can talk to the service providers, and I can create a platform where people can find this kind of services at home or where they are.
Okay.
So I called my homeboy, I called my partner, and I was like, yo, I have an idea.
I had to
Yeah.
do this.
And by that time, we already had a 40% return on investment from one dozen.
Okay.
So we just had to reinvest that on another idea.
Smart.
So what
And
we
that's how
basically
we
do
came
is
to life.
we provide this kind of services in your home. So you can think it as a taxi hailing technology.
Pretty much, yeah.
Just we're not providing a taxi service. We provide a healthcare and beauty service.
Right.
So if you need a massage or nursing care or physical therapy, just take your phone out, do 3 or 4 clicks, and you will get yourself a professional, a licensed, a skilled, and a vetted professional in your home, coming to your home in 30 minutes and give you these professional services without you going out and go through this inconvenient process to get this service, you know.
How is like y'all gonna spoil
You guys
me?
don't understand. So how many employees do you have under the app? Like how many people are, professionals who are working on this app?
All right, so we don't employ people. We don't hire people. We partner
Oh,
them. We
partner
partner
them,
them. So
yeah.
See,
every
I like
employee
this,
working
okay.
with us, we call them providers. We partner them. We give them 70% commission on every service they provide. So we take only 30% commission for the service we provide. For the marketing, advertisement, and everything we do, we take only 30% from that. So our partners are the service providers, the doctors, the physicians, the beauticians, and everything. They take 70% commission from every service they can provide.
So how many partners do you have then?
By now, it's around 20-30, but it's growing rapidly.
Hey,
Yeah,
yes.
this is only 12,
Just because
13 months.
right now the healthcare community is በጣም ምንድነው የደሞዝ ስኬላቸው
Yeah,
ነው is
yeah,
በጣም
they
you
need
know,
side gigs,
they're needing to
100%.
know right now. So if they can provide under service a day, they can make 7 ሰዓት ሰርተው የሚያገኙትን በወር they can make it in a one day.
And that's going to continue too.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the flexibility, because we're not going to be like, you have to come in at 2 or 3 or leave at 11. Like, it's not a 9 to 5 job. So they can work in whenever they're available. So that's one freedom they have. And the second thing is, they don't have to do nothing but just sit there and just tell us when they're going to be available.
Right.
So every time somebody booked them, we're going to call them and just tell them that they have a booking around this time, this day,
this place, and they take it from there.
We're gonna brief them about it.
Okay. You mentioned that when you wanted to create the website or the application for Wagisha, you were like, I have an IT background.
Yeah.
Do both of you have IT backgrounds, or what exactly are your educational backgrounds? Just so that our listeners understand all of, the information.
Yeah, so we actually met in uni. We went to Hawassa University.
Hawassa
So
represents.
the same departments, IT 2010 batch. Yo, shout out to my batch, yo.
Oh my God.
Oh my god. Yeah, but
SSG, you already know what it is.
we were talking outside, and they were like, we learned how to program, but we didn't necessarily learn any of the business.
When you, the implication, is completely different.
Yeah. So
Totally
what has been the most difficult part for you guys for starting both of these websites?
Okay, I would say the programming part and doing the application is not that bad. It's not because we spent 5 or 4 years just learning that, how to do it.
Yeah.
But the business side, the marketing, the brand awareness, the sales is totally different. You gotta learn it from zero. You don't know nothing about it. So anybody who's in school right now doing IT and everything, who wanna get into this kind of business, you better start teaching yourself about these things, how to make sales, how to make brand awareness about your brand and everything, this kind of things. The business side is going to be hard, and you got to be making some kind of money
On the side
you're not
somewhere,
gonna find
yeah.
investors right now. You're not going to find some investors. You got to invest in yourself or you're going to die. That's the only way you can do it right now. So you better get yourself ready for this.
A paycheck, yes.
So true. Because, that's one thing. Me and TG are all about letting people know things that they probably, the unseen, you know what I mean? Like unknown things.
Behind the
because
scenes.
Everything looks pretty on social media. You're like, oh, they have a dope app. This is fantastic. But the work, the challenges that go behind it, nobody wants to talk about that. It's not glamorous.
We always
it's not
say,
easy too.
chase your dreams, but definitely have a side gig.
Yeah,
Some sort of a paycheck.
Exactly.
Yeah, because you still need to
It's
eat.
kind of hard.
Yeah, you can't eat
You
dreams.
got to invest all
So
your time on
I was
this.
actually talking to some vendors while I was working on Bondazone. So I had to talk to some vendors where they can just post their clothes online and I'll sell it for them completely for free, no rent. They didn't have to pay me no rent. So I was telling them about this thing, and they were like, there's a stigma out here.
Yeah, that feels like you lying.
Yeah, like they could not believe a word that is coming out of my mouth. And they are so afraid when you tell them about this application or a website and anything that's connected with their wallet. Actually, I created a dashboard for the vendors where they can really manage what they're selling, when they're selling. But they wouldn't believe that. They would automatically think that I'm just gonna take money out of their pocket.
Yeah, you can blame that.
So I had to break that. That was a struggle for me. I had to convince these people that I was working for them.
Right.
You can blame them because the e-commerce side of business in Ethiopia is so biased, and a lot of things happen before us. So people have a wrong attitude about this e-commerce thing. But you gotta start doing this. There is no way we can outshine the other things. We're not using technology because we need technology right now. You know,
Absolutely.
and things happen before us, the technology side. But I'm biased, no. People don't like to use this.
Yeah, I think when it comes to e-commerce, people, the whole of Ethiopia, it's going to take a little bit of time to build that sort of repertoire and trust between customers and, the websites, because there aren't any legal structures in place to help you make sure that this is a legal platform. You can't do fraud here. Like, there's nothing that you could do to make sure that people understand that this is a legitimate structure. And there's a lot of fraud that's been happening lately. So,
but also
people
when
are
something
scared.
is new, people are going to be scared.
First,
Everybody has to be on that same wave for everybody to be like, this is what we're doing. Before then, nobody's going to understand.
But what I'm saying is, even the youth, even
young people,
even the youth out here is gonna be like, sounds shady.
100%
suspicious.
Yeah, suspicious. You know what I mean? Suspicious. So they're not gonna be gaining the trust of the people, the ones that we're trying to sell.
But I feel like it's rewarding.
Hard. It is.
To be one of the first to do what you're doing.
It is. We are the icebreakers.
Yeah. I like that. I like first than anything,
trailblazers.
You gotta you make a way when there is none. Before we do wrap it up, because child time runs really, really quickly. What are some things that you would like to see change in the scope of your work, in the field of your work, and where do you guys see yourself in the next, let's say, 3 years?
How do you see your applications expanding? Yeah.
3 years?
3 years.
3 years. 2 years, 3 years.
So is Bondazon and I'll go with vacation.
Alright, cool. So one of the things that I would like to say is, it's always good to help yourself, but it's even greater when you're helping yourself, and in that process you're helping others. That's a great idea. So I would see Bondazon after 3 years, doing really well. Like, I can see Bondazon doing really well because there is a problem and we tackled that problem properly. And within 3 years, we're gonna be doing well.
You want to have a big store where you run everything out of. You want to be a little mini Amazon.com.
Yeah, it's gonna be like that. Basically, it's gonna be like that. The whole idea is gonna be like that. But we're gonna own a store because, like I said earlier, we're gonna have people come to us where they give us their clothes where they don't fit or they don't wear them no more. So we need an actual store to place those clothes.
Yeah, for sure.
So we're gonna have to own a store. So we're gonna be, within 3 years, we're gonna be the biggest online store in Ethiopia.
There we go.
We're gonna hold you to
it into existence.
And I have my notebook ready. I already write it down, my financial projection for the next maybe 2 years. So the first one is at least 100k active users for Vagisha.
All right.
At least 100k.
So you're working in Addis right now, right?
But the second thing is we're gonna enter at least 5 cities in the next 3 years, because we have a very scalable market revenue model. So we're gonna probably, God willing, gonna enter 5 cities in the next year. Not 3 years. And the third one is making this actually. Private a little bit, but we financially project 1.2 million per making monthly revenue, and 14 million, around 14 million.
Because you're gonna be taxed like.
I hope they keep a recording of the show. But you have.
There's a lot of things to say about Vagisha, honestly.
No, okay.
And you wanna go ahead?
No.
Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry, man.
Yeah, time's running, and just because of that, we're gonna stop here. But there's a lot of things to talk about Vagisha, what we do, how we do it, and I really invite any people who is interested in this kind of thing to tune in and check our website about it.
So let them know where they can find your applications.
Yeah, of course. So you can try to search www.vagisha.com, and you can find any information about us, where you can find our application and everything.
Yeah, the page is very user-friendly.
So
you even see prices on there, which you don't normally see.
Yeah,
I like it.
I like the honesty. I like the upfrontness.
That's one of our differentiators from the other service providers right now.
Yeah,
providing healthcare.
You scroll and there's a price right there.
I love it.
Yeah.
Because you don't know where you go to a beauty salon or something. You will pay if you get
smacked in the head.
With money.
I didn't know.
Yeah, they don't tell you how much, and I respect the hell out of that. You guys can also find www.bondazon.com as well.
Yeah.
That being said, we do have to skedaddle. Thank you guys so much for being here. We're going to take pictures, post them on our socials, and share
We'll have you guys again.
their websites again.
For
So
sure,
make sure
definitely.
to check out our socials. We're going to be back in a second.
We will be. Let's get to a musical break. Let's get to Say Something.
All right.
Hey, TG.
Hey, Howie. Are you ready?
I am ready, but I don't think they're ready.
The Awazi Show. Coming at you live in 3, 2, 1.
Well,
Good Lord in heaven.
welcome back to the second half.
Should I go back to my...
No, this is fine. I was suppressing a burp that was coming on. I was like, welcome back to the second half.
How y'all doing?
If you guys did not tune into the first half, we had some pretty cool guests.
Yeah, we were hanging out with them until they left like a second ago.
Literally. But like, I love innovative people. I love people who are just like, you know what? if there's going to be a change, apparently got to be a change in the world.
Yes,
that I'm in.
If I see a problem, if I know a way to fix it or solve it or create an opportunity, I'm gonna go ahead and do that.
Because so many of us are looking for other people to be the solution. We're like, hey, this is the problem with this, this, and this.
Yeah.
Somebody's got to do something about it. But I think it takes a lot of courage, especially when there hasn't been a trail created for you to be like, I don't know how I'm going to do this.
There's no blueprint, there's no map yet. I was sitting there and like talking them through the processes of how we got our business license and the like little tips and tricks that we learned along the way. Be like, don't do this, do that. Like, I always love being able to share with young entrepreneurs these certain things as well.
Absolutely. Because it's important. People, I feel like we have a culture of gatekeeping.
Don't tell you.
People don't want to tell you nothing. They're like, I slaved and died for this, so do you.
Yeah, I don't like that. I think if I unlock some sort of code that could help you move along faster, I'm gonna tell you.
But the thing about gatekeeping is this. The reason why people do it is because they think that you're going to take away something from them.
You don't do what I do, so you can't take
My point
away
exactly.
from me. Exactly.
There's no way that you can take away from what I'm doing. Even if we're doing the exact same thing.
You're not me and I'm not you, and
Our spice, our juice, our audience, the way we go about it, nothing is identical. So for me,
people need to relax.
and I like the fact that we met two entrepreneurs who are both co-founders, you know what I mean, of their companies. It kind of just felt like
Seeing a reflection of ourselves, for sure. Yeah, they're very, very creative young gentlemen, and we're super happy to meet them and sit down and talk to them. This has actually been a long time in the making, and I've always wanted to feature them on the show. And
She has been telling me about them.
Because I'm like, I love it when people get up and do something about it.
The interesting thing is, TG told me about two separate things that they were doing, the thrifting app and then the Wageisha app. And I was like, to have both these, individuals, these creators to come on the show, TG's like, they did both. They created both.
She was like, I wish we could have the Bondazone people. I'm like, they're the same people.
And it made me much more excited because I'm just like, how many of us have ideas, but we don't consider them to be implemented into business? We don't think, I can create this into a business. Or even if we want to, we get discouraged because of the many steps that you have to take to create the business that, they have or that we have.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things that are discouraging if we're going to be honest. But I think what is encouraging, especially if we're looking at the fact that technology is continually increasing in our country. We know that there are about 23 million active, internet users
and
in Ethiopia.
That number is growing rapidly too.
And one of the reasons why it's growing is because of the access to internet in different parts of Ethiopia. I think the more people who have access, the more people who have information, I think the more it's going to continuously spread. But also, if I see that you're doing something that's not just only done with Gmail, it's also it can also be implemented in our country.
There's a market for it here.
There is a market for, and it feels like, okay, now this can be ours. It doesn't feel like it's only for other people. It can be for us, by us.
Yeah.
So I liked seeing them create something that is super cool, something all of us love, but also something that can be realistic to our reality.
Like I said, kudos to them. It's great meeting new entrepreneurs all the time, especially seeing people who are doing things that we haven't been seeing done before is fantastic. Got to hang out with them a little bit off air. We only had 30 minutes with them, so you guys didn't get to hear everything that they could have said, but
mind you, these are young cats, y'all.
Yeah.
They're young, so it doesn't matter what age you are. I think that if you have an idea, whether you're as young as they are or if you're older, I think it's cool to be like,
I'm gonna do this. Yeah. And they were like, it's not easy at all. And they're like, the only way to get through it is through it. That's it. That's what we've learned since we've started doing this together. They were like, we make a little bit of money, we reinvest it into something. We'd like to make our ideas come to life. We wish more people, shared these things with us. We wish we understood the process more, because what we've said even from the beginning, even with Awazi, is that there's no clear-cut way to start a business or be an entrepreneur or find some sort of solution to things. And so everybody has to find out on their own. But I like bringing together these little communities and exchanging information and ideas and things like that, so that you don't have to do redundant things that are completely a waste of time when it comes to actually helping out your business.
You know what's interesting though is the fact that one thing that I think we can relate to is the fact that when people ask us, what is Owazi? It's hard to be like
this one thing. It's not,
because what we're doing, if we're being completely honest, hasn't really been done yet.
I don't know how to be like, it's a lot like this,
because people are just like, I know you guys have a radio show, I know you guys do video content, but what do you mean that, you know, you do all of these other things? It doesn't make sense. And when something is new, it's weird to people, it's confusing to people, and people have yet to understand. And I think they were experiencing that same thing, that people are like, well, what do you mean? You're not just taking our money? You're not scammers?
Yeah.
Like, anything that's new is always going to come with a bit of uncertainty.
A little bit of hesitation. It takes time to build that type of representation in you know, in that space, and get the type of respect and requirements that it takes for people to actually get on board with ideas. But like we said, kudos to them, man. We always love to give the platform where the platform can be used for the best, and I hope this inspires somebody out there to not throw that dream away. That great idea that you had at some point in your life that you were like, this could have been great, but you felt like you didn't have the funds, the time, the energy, you know, the guidance, something to be able to do it. Don't throw those ideas away. Don't give up on those dreams. I think there's space for almost anybody to make it. And yes, it's tough. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of missing out, especially when you're young. It's a lot of missing out on having fun with friends and partying, and, like, you know, early 20s, that's what everybody around you is doing. They either have a job or they haven't gotten employed yet, but you're supposed to have fun. You're supposed to be doing, like,
I remember listening
young
to
people things.
An interview that Michael B. Jordan gave, where he was just like, when everybody was out partying, when everybody was out living it up, I was like, I gotta study, I gotta practice, I gotta do this. I'm gonna be able to do those things later. They're going to come.
There's time for it.
But this is the time to grind. And I think when you have that mindset, it's not like you're never going to enjoy life.
You have fun. Everybody has
exactly.
fun.
You're never going to enjoy. You are, but you understand that there's a season and there's a moment to give your all to your business. And then when you're successful and you're thriving and you have the money, you feel like it's worth enjoying now. I'm not enjoying for the sake of the fact that everybody else is doing it. I have something to actually celebrate. So I was like, ooh, I was like, speak louder for the people in the back.
Yes, sir. Yeah. So whatever it is, I guess the topic of today's show is chase your dreams, because every single time we see other people chase their dreams, because we talk about our dream until we're exhausted, you know what I mean, with each other. We're always like, to do this, and then we could do that, and we're always super hyped up about what we love to do. But seeing that type of enthusiasm reflected back from other people, especially people younger than us, because we're fairly young for people to have business and be in the industry that we're in. So it's always super exciting to see other people so passionate about their dream, be excited, lit up a little bit of fire in us too.
When both are equally, I think in business partners, one thing I've seen, I think both kind of need to be equally yoked in the sense that here,
let's get it.
Yes, energy-wise, motivation-wise, I think, you know, mentally, like all of that, there needs to be, you know, that equal balance. Because if I'm always motivated and hyping you, and it feels as if you're pessimistic and, you know, you're not there, I think it's okay to be uncertain or cautious, you know, sometimes. That's okay.
Yeah.
But if it feels as if the energy is coming from one person as opposed to both people, it's going to be a sinking
That's
shit.
hard, yeah. So we'll definitely have them back. Hopefully we get to see the trajectory of how their businesses do and where they go. We can't wait to keep you guys updated on, you know, their life's journeys.
Me and TG are so excited to also try out their apps. We're like, you know what?
They were like honest opinions. We really want to know.
We gonna keep it all the way G. I'm gonna keep it all the way honest. But I like looking forward to things like this, because there's so many things that you're just like, man.
It's very meh for me right now. It's very hard for me to get excited about a thing.
Like anything?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when I'm excited to try something, it's a plus.
This is the thing. Me and TG don't like to leave our house. We've mentioned that numerous times.
I'm a million and one times.
But the fact that these things don't require us leaving our home is what makes us excited. It's like,
you
wait,
win.
I can be at home and you bring the service to moi?
Javi's dumbfounded. She's like, I can't believe this.
I love it because I was on social media one day and I saw this girl who I follow getting her nails done at home. She's like this mother and she's like, I have a million and one things to do, and she's like, just gonna give myself a little bit of me time, and had a woman come and do her nails, and I was like, ugh, the joys of living that life. I was like, if only. So for them to come today and be like, that is something that can actually happen through this app that we've created, I'm like...
And like I said, the prices are not ludicrous, and this might be one of the first times I've ever went to a website and actually saw the price and the service. Like, they'll be like, for this is how much you pay.
Because they'll never do that. Anytime, whether it's on a Telegram group or whatever it is,
you have to ask 97 times for somebody to tell you how much it is.
Why y'all gatekeeping the prices?
You just don't want me to come, huh?
Because otherwise, if you don't let me know, I'm not going to be a consumer.
I'm not comfortable enough with money that I can show up to whatever and be like, I don't care how much it costs. Of course I do.
But also on Telegram, it's
inflation.
Like, even when you ask, or even on whatever website or whatever you ask, people don't want to expose the price right away. You're like, who are you hiding from?
Yeah.
This is a conversation between me and you.
Like, just tell me how much I have to...
Exactly. Like, people are weird out here with the prices. Let's be honest.
I think they think that a price will scare you away. But whether you tell me now or you tell me later, it's gonna be the same price. So I'd rather you tell me now.
I'm going ready either way.
So I have my pockets prepared. I'm not gonna come to a thing when I don't know how much it costs.
I feel like when people are ready to not tell you a price, it's because you're asking for a ridiculous price.
Maybe.
But like I said, I think it's a beautiful thing.
Very boldly were like, this is how much.
Quality service as well as great prices is going to create a fantastic business. If you're able to bring two together, you're going to have, you know what I mean, a community of people.
Howie's never leaving her house, you guys.
The only thing is finding an application where I find a man, a husband,
when
comes to my house.
Order one of those.
Once they do that, it's a wrap. Y'all are never seeing me, okay? Because I have food delivered to my house. Now I have a masseuse. Now I have a beautician. I can have a doctor.
I was like, I'm never leaving.
And then a husband. Ciao. Buenos noches.
That's hilarious. That is hilarious.
Oh man, but let's get to a musical break, y'all. We're out here, you know what I mean, just having a good Thursday.
We're reflecting on our day pretty much. But let's definitely play a couple of songs. We'll be back to wrap up the second hour. If you guys are tuned in, we hope you having a fantastic Thursday afternoon. I haven't been outside in about an hour, so I don't know if it's raining or not. Mm-hmm. I'm a little worried.
I pray it's not.
Me too. We're sick of this rain, bro. But let's go for a track. We'll be back.
Again, you guys can find us under all social media platforms, as well as our Telegram on Awaze Media. That's AWAZEMEDIA. Let's get to Nelly. Ride With Me.
Ooh.
I know, man. Hear what the hip-hop, the old school,
I see it. I love it.
And we'll be back with more afterwards. Let's get it.
Edit.
4, 3, 2, 1.
And bits up. Welcome to the Awaze family on 104.7 EBC FM.
Welcome back, y'all.
Welcome back to the show, you guys. It's been an interesting Thursday.
Yes, it has.
But we do have to wrap up the show. Mm-hmm. Maybe even a little bit early today. I think this was one of the best opportunities that you guys could have had to listen to some music on our show. Listen to a little bit of how we taste music. Should be hitting you guys with the hip-hop left and right today.
You know, a little bit of hip-hop throwback. I normally stick with the R&B throwback. That's my go-to. Mm-hmm. But sometimes, you know, I step outside of the box. I do pop. I do hip-hop.
I was... this is the end of the show, but I really thought she was going to start the show off with Marvin Gaye.
Hey.
She's like, oh no, I forgot.
We had those vibes too.
So for the next week, I really want to do like a sultry, sexy.
We can do that. Today probably wouldn't have been the day to.
Absolutely not.
Next week we can, because once I get into that mood.
My lord, it's so fun though. I think every once in a while, everybody needs that. So we're going to have a little romantic
I like it.
evening of radio next week, so make sure to stay tuned.
Please do.
To your favorite show. You guys can find us on all socials at Awaze Media, AWAZE MEDIA. We bid you farewell for today,
but we'll be back next Thursday, same time, same place.
As usual,
stay hydrated, make good decisions. Awaze out. Bye. Hey y'all, it's your girls Fire
and TG,
and together we're Awaze.
Catch us every Thursday. Yeah, you heard that correctly.
Thursday,
3:30 to 5 p.m. on 104.7 EBC FM.
Come for the good music and stay for the spicy topics. Awaze, let's spice it up.